Syrian army is simply shelling a city of cold, starving civilians.
Here in Lebanon's Bekaa Valley, Syrians arrive daily to escape the war. As the war in Syria enters its fourth year, 1/4 of Lebanon's population are refugees from Syria. Most are women and children.
The people who are fleeing Syria are the most harmed by terrorism. They are the most vulnerable as a consequence of civil war and strife. They are parents, they are children, they are orphans.
كتير ما عاد ضلهم، يعني وين بدي أقعد؟ جيت على النظامي 3 مرات ويرجعونا. يعني من آخر شيء قلت له خلص خلينا نطلع تهريب. طلعنا على كان الطريق كتير صعب، بس الحمد لله كمان والله قعدنا بالمخيمات يوم ما تحملت.
والله مستقبل أولادنا مو مستقبلنا، احنا راحت علينا بس
لأمريكا إنه استقبلتنا. شكراً لأوباما إنه استقبلنا.
Would you think that this war has been going on for, especially if we haven't heard about it much?
I just started hearing about this war like a couple of months ago, but besides that, I don't know if it was before it just started. I have no clue.
So probably a couple of months.
Yeah.
So you said you've been hearing about it on the news. Would you say you started hearing about it maybe like within this year?
Yeah.
Yeah, within the year.
Blackbird singing in the dead of night. Take these broken wings and learn to fly all your life. You were only waiting for this moment to arise.
Happy birthday to you.
Make a wish.
The other night, dear, as I lay sleeping, I dreamed I held you in my arms. When I awoke, dear, I was...
Make a wish, darling.
I honestly don't know.
1 year ago, Hala's mother was killed in an airstrike that hit their house. Hala and her 17-year-old brother Kamal were playing in the garden when it happened.
I remember tears streaming down your face when I said I'll never let you go. When all those shadows almost killed your light. I remember you said don't leave me here alone. But all that's dead and gone and past tonight.
Blackbird singing in the dead of night.
شفت انه بتصير ضرب والعالم هيك بتموت وشي عالم محترقة. هاي
لعمي مات شهيد من الحرب ومن الضرب.
صرنا أنا صرت نادي له يا أبا.
جاء على بلدي وعلى المدرسة على رفاقي.
How long do you think this civil war has been going on for, if you had to like...
If I had to guess, I want to say probably like a couple years.
Okay. And How much have you heard about it on the news, if at all?
I haven't heard anything about it on the news.
Do you think the U.S. has any part in the Syrian civil war? If so, what do you think their part might be?
I don't think we're doing anything as far as like sending soldiers or anything over there to help them that I know of. But there might be people from the United States that are over there acting on their own, helping out.
Okay.
At the end of the day, people are desperate for anyone to help. You don't care if it's the devil.
So how do you feel about America letting refugees into the country?
I feel bad for saying it, but like, I feel safer that they don't let people in, just for the fact that there's chances that we might get harmed in the long run.
The terrorists who struck in Paris last week were not Syrian refugees. That is now an established fact according to French intelligence officials, Belgian terrorist intelligence officials, making clear that they were nationals from the EU. So that's a fact.
Although the war has recently come to America's attention, the state of emergency in Syria has been going on for a duration of over 50 years. Families are forced to flee the country illegally to escape the war, which has been going on for roughly 5 years. Many children have lost parents and have found themselves in refugee camps where there is not only a shortage of food, but it's becoming increasingly difficult to find safety and shelter. Children search through scrap metals and plastic to sell in exchange for small rations of food. Due to the trying circumstances, there are many negative mental health consequences that these children face and live with for the rest of their lives, such as depression and post-traumatic stress disorder.
How do you feel about America letting refugee children into the country?
I feel like that gives it, when you say children, like you feel better about it. Oh, they're children, but like at the same time, you still don't know.
One of the terrorists got into this country embedding himself with refugees, but most of them did not. Most of them were citizens here in Europe, and I don't hear you or any of your fellow presidential candidates calling for European citizens to be banned from entering the United States.
For you to make the blanket conclusion from that most of the terrorists are folks who are from inside Europe, just doesn't wash with me.
I'm so tired of being here, suppressed by all my childish fears. And if you have to leave, I wish that you would just leave. Your presence still lingers here, and it won't leave me alone. These wounds won't seem to heal. This
عانقني مجددا أطول فترة ممكنة.
شو الحل؟ بالسلمية بحالها ولا متصل؟
الله أكبر! يا الله! الله أكبر! يقطع شظايا!
الله أكبر يا رب!
وين؟
الله أكبر! يا الله!
يا الله! الله أكبر!
الله أكبر! عاد تطلع من دخني. الله أكبر! من الدخان تطلع العالم. الله أكبر!
الله أكبر!